Okay, hello everyone. Welcome to the final MarsFM Senate interview. And today we have Jessie. And I'd like to thank Jessie for giving up some of her time to do this interview. So I guess, Jessie, we'll start off with the first question. Just tell us a little bit about yourself.
Sure. Thank you so much for having me as well. So, hi everyone. My name is Jessie. I am a final year business and anthropology student in Maynooth University. I absolutely adore being in the college. I'm heavily involved. I run the Mental Health Society. I'm a mental health senator. I'm orientation leader. I'm a MAP ambassador. I'm an MU Future Ready ambassador, which means if anyone has any questions about Muse or Spur work placements, do shoot me a text. And externally, I teach drama. I love to write. I love baking cakes, things like that. So yeah.
Brilliant. And if you could just describe yourself in 3 words, what would they be?
Probably ambitious, quirky, I hear often, and determined.
And what do you think the role of Welfare and Equality Officer entails?
Well, I think first of all, it's about promoting equality and fighting against discrimination and inequality in the college. Of course, I think it's about looking after the students' well-being, basically being a voice for the students, getting in much needed supports, making college more accessible, making sure that at the end of the day, every student can get their degree no matter what situation they find themselves in, no matter what path they're coming from. It's, of course, it's going to be hard work, but it's listening to the students, making sure you're approachable, making sure that you can work with the students. It's listening to the tough stories and answering the hard questions. It's working with your colleagues and your fellow officers to make a difference and to just make sure that the students know what is there for them, to make sure that a difference can be made, that they can get through this degree, that they can get to their exams, that every student, has a home, has a place to stay, has food on their plate, and can also take part in student life, campus life, getting involved in events, campaigns, clubs and societies, or even just having a bit of fun with your friends in the SU.
Brilliant. And could you tell us just how your campaign has been going so far and any challenges you might have had with it?
It's been an incredible journey. This is very, very new to me. I never even imagined myself running a campaign. I joined Senate back in December as the mental health senator, so that was my first time tackling a campaign. I have an incredible team of amazing people who I've met on my journey, throughout college. They're students from different degrees, different years, different backgrounds who have just been keeping me going. It's been absolutely amazing. Of course, it's tricky. I'd love to be meeting students. I'd love to be on campus, working, answering questions live, but even online, it's been lovely. We have several social media pages, such as the Instagram, Jessie for Welfare, where students have been interacting, answering questions. I've also been doing surveys and, having students reach out to me, listening to stories. I've been very lucky to have interviews with several people because obviously there's only a few days, so I've only gotten a few interviews done, but I've had interviews with people from Blanche talking about kind of the barriers to education, with disabilities and things like that. I work heavily with KRSAC and RCNI, developing kind of consent programs for students. And I actually just stepped up my game a little bit there, where I'll be working further with colleges and student unions to develop further consent programs, trauma recognising and peer-to-peer support, which is very exciting. So we had an interview with them. We also got to talk to a few other wonderful people that I met at Women in Lead. As well as that, it's been kind of course, you have your obstacles. It's been a bit nerve-wracking because, for myself, I wouldn't have a massive online personality. And I might have made it a bit difficult for my campaign team because I don't particularly like being on camera. I do suffer from a thing called BDD, which means that photos, videos, things like that, I find really, really difficult challenge for me. But it's been wonderful meeting so many incredible students and hearing their stories and hearing the differences that we do need to make. You start off with this idea and you know where you want to go, but the more you learn and the more research you conduct, the more you realize that there is so much to be done and so many students who could just do with that bit of support that I really would love to be able to give.
Brilliant. And you've mentioned how you've met many people throughout your time in Maynooth, and I'm sure that was an enjoyable experience. But if you could pick out maybe one memory from your time in Maynooth, what would your favourite moment be?
Ooh, that's a very difficult one. My favourite memory. I worked with a student not long ago, and it was throughout the pandemic actually, so it was virtual. But this year I've taken up sign language because I feel that it's a really important thing to learn, and I think as many students as possible should take it up. But the amazing thing for me was that I always thought, when I taught sign language, I always thought that it would only really work for, you know, certain people, but it actually expanded because there's students who suffer from like anxiety and things. And I was working with some students, like we were learning together, and there was one student who we had a call and they were talking to me about like their social anxiety and stuff. And we actually spoke about basically what it was, but we couldn't speak anymore. So we started speaking in sign language, but because neither of us could speak it properly, we only knew the alphabet. We spoke out the entire alphabet together for about 4 hours, doing simple sentences, which was, are you gone? Sorry, I can't see you. I think I'm alone. I'm going to keep going just in case. But yeah, to everyone who's listening, it was amazing because we literally just sat there spelling out the entire alphabet, and we had probably a conversation that would have taken 20 minutes usually, but it took 4 hours because we were spelling it out, and it just really opened my eyes to a new world and the possibilities that we really could have and make. And yeah, I think that's probably my favourite memory. That or getting to go to Bix back in first year with some amazing new friends I made. So yeah, it's a tie between. You gone. Okay, so hi everyone. I wasn't too sure if you could still see me or not. So we're experiencing some minor technical difficulties, but it's okay. I hope you're all doing well, and thank you so much for watching. So yeah, that was probably my favorite memory. Honestly, there's just so many to choose from. Maynooth is just incredible. And I've had such a journey getting here. When I came into college, it was insane. I don't know. I was really scared and I really struggled. And I didn't even know what degree I wanted when I came in. I think I chose between 16 subjects, and I accidentally unregistered from college as well to basically get where I am now. But now I do business and anthropology, and it changed my life. I've met some amazing students. We discuss, we learn ideas, and as you all know, I do have several learning disabilities, and it's only been in the last few months I've even been able to say that out loud, because I find it really hard to admit, and I find it really hard to accept that I can say it, first of all, and that it's okay to basically say it out loud, and it's okay to own up to it, because it is who I am. And yeah, it made college a little bit more difficult, but it also opened so many doors, and it made me learn that there are so many ways that we can get through this. And it's okay if you don't read like everyone else, or you don't speak like everyone else, or, you know, it's okay, because we still got here, and I'm in my final year. And I want to make sure that every other student who goes through those doors, no matter who you are, where you come from, that you all feel that you can get through this, because you can. I know I was doing like a little bit of work because today is International Women's Day, the 8th of March, which is amazing. And I was thinking about some of the incredible people I've worked with and met over the last few months, last few years, I should even say. And it's just incredible to think of all the powerful young women who have just blossomed, especially these last few months during these really difficult times. Oh, someone's coming on to me.
Hello.
Hi. How are you?
Sorry, yeah. Can you hear me good?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Sorry, Paul's Wi-Fi just collapsed on him, so I'm here now.
Hi. Yeah, I just kind of went on like a little spiel, being like, I tried to answer a few of the questions in one. So thank goodness you came back and stopped me.
Well, I'm glad you kept people entertained. I think Paul's after telling is about to start the quickfire questions. So basically, yeah, so the first half of this was all about you and your campaign, and now we're just going to try and find out a little bit more about you and just try to answer the questions and not think about them too much because they're only simple little things. Okay. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. So, tea or coffee?
Neither.
No. Oh, what do you drink?
Hot lemon water.
Ooh, fancy. I like it.
Yeah. I hate milk. I just can't with milk. And I know you can drink tea and coffee. Oh, like fun little story. When I was learning sign language, the person who was teaching me told me that they would teach me a set of numbers, but in exchange I had to drink a cup of tea because they hadn't believed that I hated it. So I drank it and I spit it out on the table.
Oh God. That doesn't seem like that fair a trade.
I know. Okay, the things we do for education.
Cats or dogs? Cats or dogs?
Can I say both?
I mean, you can, but I wouldn't really be answering the question.
I mean, I love puppies, but I also love kittens. And like, I love cats and dogs as well, but they're all puppies and kittens. Okay, fair. Puppies. Okay, yeah, dogs.
Puppies. Okay, so during lockdown, obviously TV became very important for people. So, are there any TV shows that you love? What's your favorite?
Ooh, that's a tough one. I quite like Castle. It's a murder mystery show that's also like a bit of comedy. I quite like. And what else do I like? Russian Doll was also quite good as well.
Oh, I think I've heard of Russian Doll though.
You've heard of what, sir?
I think I've heard of Castle. I think I've seen it somewhere before. I've never watched it.
It's such a TV show you can imagine, like, you know, a parent sitting on the couch drinking like a cup of tea in the evening watching, you know.
Oh, I get you. Sorry, I'm a little all over the place right now. I wasn't.
Don't worry about it. We're chill. We're fine.
Okay. Fine. Do you have any favorite films?
It's a bit controversial, but my favorite film is probably The Immortal Instruments, The City of Bones. That came out like in 2014, I think, or 2016. It has like Lily Collins in it. And it got discontinued because it was so unpopular, but I absolutely love it. And I designed my first tattoo, which I don't have yet, but I want to get based off of it. So.
Oh, that's really cool. I've actually never heard of that.
Yeah, I'm just completely throwing you off everything here.
Yeah, I mean, it shows that it was unpopular. I've never heard of it.
Yeah, sadly, it's such a shame because it's so good, but I think it's just such a me movie and book series. So
I get you. Sunrise or sunset?
Sunrise every time.
Are you a morning person?
I don't. My sleep schedule's a bit all over the place. Like, time is an illusion for me, but I love walking in the dark, and I love sunrise hitting me. Especially when you're walking the back roads of Maynooth, it's just stunning because I love a starry night. I love the stars, and then when the pink sky hits you and the sun comes up, when all the flowers kind of follow it, and you're just, you know, the morning air hitting your face and you're waking up and there's a whole day ahead. I just love the feeling of it.
It is pretty delightful, I have to admit. Okay, you have one more meal. The world's ending. What's your final meal?
Probably a roast chicken with lemon and herb.
Oh, good answer.
Love
I
it.
just had dinner and I'm hungry already. Okay. Is there any one quote or saying that you like to live by or that just sticks with you?
Do you know what? This is tricky. I was on a radio show the other day and I was asked this question and I answered and they were like, no, but I think I'm stuck between two. One is I teach drama, and when I was younger, my drama teacher, one of the first things they ever said to me was, Jessie, in improv, the rule is always say yes. And I took that on in my life, and I found myself in some wonderful situations, like volunteering for things, or, breaking out of my comfort zone, going to clubs and societies, because I'm in my head, I'm just like, always say yes. Now, take that with a pinch of salt, of course, because there's some situations that you really don't if you're not comfortable. But it's more of a personal thing for me. And then the other one I really liked is, one is not born a woman, one becomes a woman. And I really like that.
Oh, cool.
Two very different quotes.
Yeah. Obviously, the yes man thing is just take it with a positive attitude.
Yeah, it definitely is a weird one, but I think it's more don't take that sentence. It's more, I think it was the power I felt when I first heard it, because I was so anxious growing up and so scared to do anything, that it was the kick I needed to break out of my comfort zone and to get on stage and take on the parts that I was too afraid to. But of course, don't put yourself in harm's way or anything. You always come first,
Yeah, I like it a lot. Okay, and one final thing, is there anything about you that tends to surprise people when they find it out? Did I cut out?
No, that's just a really good question. What surprises people about me? Because I just feel like I'm such an open book. It's probably that God, oh no, what's probably that I write poetry, maybe, or that my biggest ambition is to ride a motorcycle, or that I'm only 20. I don't know. I have no idea. that would true me, to be honest. I was like, what surprises people? I feel like people are constantly just kind of left feeling very bizarre after I've spoken to them,
Oh, like a mystery.
More like chaotic madness.
I like that. That's much better. Okay, well, that actually brings us to the end. I'm sorry to say, but you've been great for the part I've had you, and I assume you were great before that as well.
Yeah, I fully believe I'm a jinx when it comes to technology.
Well, everyone's working off Wi-Fi. These things happen.
Yeah.
But thank you for being with us, and thank you everyone for watching as well. So just keep in mind to get out there on Wednesday, get registered, and vote for whoever you want. Make your voice count. Is there anything else you'd like to add, Jessie? Just sort of a closing statement.
Honestly, just thank everyone for the amazing support and kindness that they've given. No matter what happens on Wednesday, I'm leaving with some new friends, some really, really great memories. And honestly, I'm just feeling really good. So I just hope that people go out and vote, because we're making history here,
Hell yeah. Couldn't have put it better myself.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. So yeah, beautiful. I think that brings us to the end. I'm gonna have to say goodbye to everyone, and sorry about the technical difficulties. It's no one's fault, but these things happen. So thank you everyone, and bye-bye.
Bye.